Right, so my talk is going to be focused, as I said, on careers after masters, right? So I get at least 2 or 3 requests every single week through my LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, somewhere else, or a friend of a friend, or a relative of a relative, somebody asking for guidance, advice, or some people just straight away ask for jobs, right? And most of the times, they are international students. And most of the times, they, no disrespect to anybody, but from my experience, the CVs I have seen, the people I spoke to, it's like they have, no awareness of how the UK job market works, what employers are expecting here, how employers think, you know. So these things, I'm sure you're all bloody masters in cybersecurity. You have skills, you have technical skills. By the time you finish your masters, you will have the technical skills. That's guaranteed. But you need to know the soft skills. You need to know the industry. You need to know how the employers think. Then that's how you get the jobs. Otherwise, you know, I have people just now. I'm mentoring at least 10 people just now, right? And some of them are on the last legs of their visa. They have to find a job or they go back to the country, right? I'm sure most of us are same situation, right? So when you are looking for a job, now that's what Abrar was saying, you need to know what you want to do, right? How many people in this room know exactly what job do you want to do after your masters? Maybe 10 people. Well, we have about what, 90, 100? Yeah, 10%. We need to do better, right? So I ask people, right, okay, so you have done cybersecurity. Usually the people I get are pursuing masters or finish their masters, or they're already struggling, they tried for a job for a year or something, couldn't find anything, okay? So I ask them, what do you want to do? They say, okay, I want to be a pen tester. I want to be an analyst, cybersecurity analyst. That's all there is. They don't know anything else. You need to know exactly, specifically, what role do you want to do? The specific job title, right? Is it incident responder? Is it a threat analyst, threat hunter? Is it a security analyst? Is it there's 16 different varied paths in cybersecurity, 16 different specializations. Have you seen this infographic before? Right? Okay. You need to know exactly what role are you trying for. There are some roles overlapping skills. I'm sure you will have the skills, okay? Once you know, it's the time to make your CV, right? As Abrar was saying, he was GRC analyst, but he wants to be a security analyst, and then he came up with a CV for that, okay? The CV, again, I'll tell you some stories. I have loads of stories, I'm sure I'll share another day, but the CV is the most important thing of your job application process, right? It needs to be spot on. I have seen CVs, right? This guy, this is a true story. He graduated from here. He has loads of experience, like years of experience prior to his master's, and he also had another master's degree. And he has been trying for jobs for a year now. And he graduated, okay, well, I won't mention the specifics, so I don't want you to find out who he is, but when I met him first time, I thought, this guy will get a job like in no time, 2 months, maybe max, right? And then a year later, he called me again, I still don't have a job. I'm like, what the hell? Come on, send me a copy of your CV. I'm now mentoring him. So send me a copy of CV. He sends me a CV. The formatting, as soon as I look at it, come on, no, going in the bin, right? He has lots of skills, lots of experience, but his CV is, excuse my language, but shite, right? CV is not good. That's the importance, right? And on the other spectrum, other angle, I met a Nigerian guy. He he came in 6 months ago. I met him 6 months ago while he was studying here, and then he recently graduated. Passed some guidance, and he got some interviews. And he said, "I'm struggling with interviews. Can you guide me?" And I asked him, "Come over, send me a CV." And his CV is spot on, clear formatting, really good. As soon as I see the CV, wow, this is the guy I need to speak to. There are some issues with grammar and all that, but you can overcome that. But you will never get the second chance to make the first impression. Yeah, you need to make the first impression. Your CV, the formatting has to be right. CV has to be good, and then rest can fall into place, right? And when you're applying for the jobs, you need to optimize your CV. What Abrar did, I wasn't expecting Abrar to say it today, but that's the best example. He was a GRC analyst, and he is now looking for a cybersecurity analyst. The skills are they're overlapping, but slightly different. When you're applying for that kind of role, your CV should represent that on your CV, right? And don't lie on the CV, okay? Right, so optimize for the role you're applying for and increase your chances of success, right? And the next one, that's the guy who had years of experience. So he came in on last Saturday. I reviewed his CV, we made changes, revised, and I asked him, this is good enough, but you can improve it a bit more. And last Monday, 4 days ago, he started applying for the roles. Monday afternoon, he received an email from one of the top companies in the UK, top cybersecurity companies in the UK. I'm sure you can figure out the name. If you figure out the name, tell me after the talk. Okay? Right. So he got the interview. He got the email on Monday. He got the interview on Tuesday, and this is still an ongoing work in progress. So you never know, right? That's the power of the CV. And if you can do that for me, you will make my job so much easier when any of you approach me for guidance or whatever. If your CV is good, then my job is done. Almost 30% of my job is done. So job applications, I usually, as I said, I've been mentoring some people. I usually get a list of 8 job websites, and then I ask them if you have any other sites of your preference, please do go check them. Every morning, wake up, do your thing, and then you need to sit down and see what the new jobs are there, and what's relevant for you, and then just go apply. Yeah. There is a huge process. Every single slide, every single step I have here, I can dig deep into like 30-40 minutes. I'm actually building a course just now around it, which is 6 hours long course, which I'm now cramming into 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm only covering a high level, right? And the connections, reach out to the industry connections, see who is working in cybersecurity in Aberdeen or Scotland. Well, your job doesn't have to be Aberdeen. We'll come to that in a minute. But reach out to them. Don't ask for a job straight away, right? I know Shabnam will be annoyed. So make a conversation, right? If you have a question, ask them. If you find something interesting, ask their opinion or something. Don't expect a response. Everybody is busy. If you send 20 messages, maybe one person responds. That's fine. Build that relationship, and maybe ask them slowly if they are aware of any vacancies. If somebody sees you as an interesting person to deal with, or if somebody thinks you're somebody who can hire, who can talk to, then they will come to you. I have personally, although I get so many applications and requests, I have reached out to at least 3 people in the last month alone, talking about offering a job. One of them already, by the time I called him, he already got a job at Amazon. He went through 4 rounds of interviews in Amazon, and he got the job, right? But that's the person I was looking to hire, right? So, and also make your online presence a bit more. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, create a LinkedIn profile. Talk to people, attend events and conferences. I met a couple of people. I don't think I see anyone in the audience here, but I think one of them is still pursuing masters here, and one of them just graduated. I met her at an event in Aberdeen, and surprisingly, she came to attend an event in Glasgow. She was very ambitious, and we went back and forth some conversations, attend events and conferences, build connections, right? Build those networks. Don't ask for jobs again straight away, but have those conversations, connect with somebody, find the person you spoke to, and then see if they're offering any internships or any trainee entry-level jobs. There are companies that sometimes say we're hiring for somebody at a trainee level, or we're hiring for somebody we can train them. And there are companies that say we are bringing people from different disciplines into cyber, as long as you have transferable skills, right? So lots of opportunities like that. Watch out. LinkedIn is usually the best place, I would say. LinkedIn, ever since Microsoft took over LinkedIn, anybody know Microsoft owns LinkedIn? Okay, cool. Ever since they took over, it's a game changer. They changed the platform so much, and this is the place to be, right? If you don't have a profile, create a profile. Now, the big daddy of all, upskilling, right? As I said, you're all going to be master students, and masters is, I'm not sure if you know, but this is one of the highest achievements for anybody, right? I have a master's degree, but at the time I didn't think it was an achievement to consider. And also, let me tell you the truth, I don't know, this may be, I don't know if Atim likes it. Nobody will give you a job just because you finished your master's. Okay? You will still have to work for it. All the employers are looking for you have previous work experience, or if you don't have work experience, are you somebody we can train you? Are you somebody you have the skills? Are you somebody that is proactive? Are you somebody that with a positive attitude? Are you somebody that is good with people? I'll tell you something. No matter how good you are technically, if you're a douchebag, nobody will hire you. Right? So you will still have to be a good guy. There was a saying, hire for the attitude, train for the skills. And people still follow that, right? So have a good attitude, you'll be fine. So these are some of the skills I would look to develop before you finish your master's. That will get you ready for the jobs, right? So these are the everyday challenges, or I know I said CV time and know what you do. It's actually really easy to make a CV, and also really easy to know what employers are looking for. You know what to do? Anybody?
Bullet points, make it straight to the point. If you got a new CV and the employer looks for it, say for example.
But to come up with that CV, you know how?
What do you mean?
To come up with what skills to put on the CV.
And you look at the job description, and then you see what skills that lined up with that, and then you bullet point it straight to the point. You can see it. Check this.
Exactly, right. So all these skills, I put it here. If you go to like Indeed or LinkedIn jobs, and if you look for, let's say you're looking for cybersecurity analyst role, and you put in cybersecurity analyst, you get 20, 30, 50 jobs, or sometimes 300, 400 jobs, right? Just read 10 to 15 job descriptions. 10 to 15 job descriptions, you will know exactly what skills you need to develop to be ready for the job. Anybody from any industry, any background can do it. When you read the 10 to 15 job descriptions, you will come up with at least 3 to 4 commonly asked skills. And there are, ISO 27001, almost every single cyber job asks for knowledge or experience. Next, GIS control, cyber essentials. Cyber essentials, again, I get lots of questions around, what certifications I do? That's an interesting thing, because some people have a view of, work experience is most important. Certifications are not. Some people are the other view. I'm in the middle. Most people that say Work experience is the important, not the certifications. The people that say they already have tons of experience. All right. So, but somebody like me starting out, 13 years ago, I was starting out, and they don't know my pain, right? So I went through some certifications. Certifications will prove a point that you put a goal and you achieved it, you followed a defined program, and you're also demonstrating your skills. Certifications will only get you to an interview, not the job, right? So they will get you to an interview, and then from there on, you will have to demonstrate your experience and knowledge, right? So that's why I would recommend certifications, and to start out, I would say Security Plus is a good one. There is a new one, certified in cybersecurity. I haven't seen in many job descriptions asking for it, but if you are able to do Security Plus, the certified in cybersecurity is a walk in the park, and it's free as well. Hatim was saying you have some academic partnership with EC Council, and also you cover the content for CISM, ISACA, CISM, and ISO 27001 as well. While you're students, you will have lots of time. I know. I have done my master's in Edinburgh, right? So you can spend some of the time to develop these. Anything I mentioned here, you can easily go onto YouTube and learn for free, right? And something you need to know is, employers, we're not looking for somebody with a perfectionist in every single area. We are looking for somebody with, we're looking for a consultant or a contractor, somebody who can hit the ground running straight away, then we are looking for a specialist. But most of the times, employers are looking for somebody with 1 year experience, 2 years experience, or maybe somebody with a working knowledge of these. You don't need to know everything about ISO 27001, or you don't need to be a lead auditor or lead implementer. If you have the working knowledge of ISO 27001, NIST, CIS, a few other bits and pieces here, vulnerability management, you're good. You're better than most people. Trust me, I speak to lots of people, job seekers especially, and I went through like at least the 70 interviews, so myself, right? Okay, so that's that, and look at some of the online labs like Try Hack Me, and what's the other one about? Yeah, Hack the Box, and see if you can build your profile there. If you manage to build some profiles, publish it on LinkedIn, people do check it, and to be honest, last 3 calls I made, they're all top 1% of Try Hack Me. That's the one I was also interested in. And also, the university they were on, I think one of the module was, when they finish their masters, they get the ISO 27001 lead auditor accreditation automatically. So everybody from that university who had it, I was like, what the hell? So I reached out to the university and they said it's one of the modules. So it's a good thing to have, right? Yeah, screening and interview, I think we went through this already. I do mock screening and interviews with my mentees, and some of the answers I get are amazing the first time when I do it. This is the most important thing you need to know when you go to an interview or when you have a call with somebody. What I notice is, applicants come in and say, well, they think it's about me, I need this job. It's about me, I need this job. That's what they are thinking. And all these responses are around that. What you need to think is, what's the employer looking for? What can you do for the employer? What's the job description? Read the job description five times, right? And connect your previous experience to the job description. Any question they ask, you should be connecting, right? For example, somebody asks, oh, do you have experience with vulnerability management? Oh yeah, yes, I have experience. I worked with vulnerability management for a year. Right? That's an answer, but not a good answer. You need to demonstrate what you have done, what you have achieved, and how can you bring that experience into the current role. If you can do that, then that's the music to my ears. That's like, okay, this is the person I need to be hiring. And whenever you go to the interviews, remember 3 C's: calm, confidence, composed. Right? And you think about it, all you need is just one interview, man. Just one interview. I know there are businesses, companies, they do like 3-4 rounds of interviews, but most interviews I see are just one round. All you need is just to go through one interview and you get your dream job. Maybe not your dream job, but a job, and then you can build your confidence and career from there, right? Most of us, we have visa issues, we have so many other things. All we need is job, right? So that's another biggest question. How many of you had questions about sponsorships and visas? All right, so I get some people just straight away asking, "Oh, can you sponsor me?" I'm like, "No, how can I do that?" Right? Okay, we're running out of time, so I won't go into too much details. But just remember one thing: what I say to my mentees is, you need a bloody job, not a sponsorship. Right? Once you get the job, be the most dependable person, be a valuable asset to the business. Then they will automatically sponsor your visa. You know, it costs an employer a lot more money than to replace you than sponsoring you. So the easiest option is to sponsor you. So focus on getting the job, not the sponsorship, right? This is for international students, just because we need sponsorships to work here after 2 years, right? So that's what it is. I will be at the Careers Fair next week at the Pitaudry Stadium. So if you want to come along, please do come along. And also do scan the code, we'll be in touch. I do mentor people, but I do a skills review first before I take on the mentorships. So if you're interested, yeah, scan the code again, we'll be in touch. All right?